Hello everybody, welcome back to this episode of Damsels and Dice. We're damsels, we're not in distress, but we roll dice. Let's get this show on the road. I see you smirking over there.
We're trying to come up with a better catchphrase.
We're gonna have to come up with a better catchphrase.
I was thinking about a couple, but we can do that later.
We'll worry about that in a minute.
Yeah.
At any rate, unless we have any kind of special announcement, which I don't think we do, we're going to go ahead and get started for today. So, based on last time, which was a comparatively brief-ish session, the party set out from Willends. After kind of gathering up their things, after having a nice breakfast, kind of saying their goodbyes, very grateful kind of goodbyes as the town was not to the party's satisfaction. You all headed out onto the wild blue yonder, or wild gray yonder, I should say, as you all are still in the swamp strip. After a day of travel, you all bedded down for the evening after glancing about and seeing some interesting animal tracks, I'll say.
It was a giant crocodile again.
Kind of has nothing to do with the giant crocodile. All you know is that the bodies that you put over off the side of the road were gone. You all made camp for the evening, and upon relative request and following by example, you all decided to, one of you each every few hours, take watch and kind of keep an eye out on the rest of the party. Wyatt began. Jacob followed shortly after, followed by Nora and soon-to-be Talavin. Now, Talavin, you spent the time while you were asleep with Bay. Bay being your Corey spirit, one bequeathed from your mother to you. You went off into the woods with her, where she proceeded to challenge you, proceeded to ask you about your convictions. Where do you draw your strength? How do you intend to protect people? What happens if you fail? Proceeding to say, you're not allowed to, as lives are at stake, and if you intend to protect people, failure is not an option. You proceeded to fight with every fiber of your being to cling onto this warmth, this kind of growing energy. And just when you thought you lost it, something happened. You felt this warm brush of these light, feathery, whatever they were. This is a light white feathers just cascading from your shoulders down onto the ground where you were sitting. And you woke up a little bit in a panic as your cousin kind of shook you awake for your turn to watch. And you glanced about, noticing that two of the others did not seem to be sleeping for whatever reason. Wyatt over on the side.
Little Snoopy Snoopy.
And your sprite companion, Hello. Slightly in a cold sweat, not seeing anything on your shoulders, you begin calming yourself down. Now, backtracking slightly, Nora, I need you to roll a perception check for me. As your
I want to be receptive! 18 plus 4 is 22. I'm just sitting there watching you like...
She's just watching me sleep.
Your 2 hours go relatively uneventful. You continuously glance from side to side, kind of keeping a good watch. Where you all currently reside in the swamps is a dry patch off the woods, which Zoom actually helped organize and kind of camouflage.
Yes. Camouflage.
You notice that there are no sounds of bugs. There are very few sounds of
It's a swamp.
any other life. And for the first hour, everything feels a little bit eerily quiet. Until you notice your cousin is twitching. Every once in a while she'll twitch, she'll roll over, and I mean, you've known her for a considerable amount of time, and yes, you did have a gap in between when you all saw each other last. But it's a little bit different. There's almost a violence, as it were, to the way she twitches, the way she thrashes. At one point, right before she wakes up, right before it's time, you actually watch her sit bolt upright, arching her back before flopping back, twitching slightly.
Okay.
This motion is what triggers this kind of, as she falls back, triggers a quick action. As Wyatt, hearing this, as he was partially coming out of that REM sleep, jumps up, dagger in hand, glances out. He looks at you. See anything?
No. It's been quiet.
Tucks the dagger back into his coat, kind of leans back. Okay. Rolls back over. You can kind of see him. He had a pretty good spot before, but he's now fighting with one of the roots, trying to wedge himself back into a comfortable sleeping position.
Okay. So then I guess, in congruency with the
You also hear,
story.
or you hear a slight rustling,
Oh.
like the rustling of cloth, and see Talal actually kind of poke his head out, kind of rubbing his eyes. Is everything okay?
Fine. We still have several more hours till dawn.
Right. Kind of glances over. Does she usually twitch like that in her sleep?
Yeah, she does.
Good
Go back
watch.
to sleep.
Hunkers back down, but it doesn't look like he lays back down.
So they didn't do anything.
We didn't
At
see
which
it.
point your watch comes to an end and you go over and you shake your cousin awake. And she gets up.
You were dreaming.
Bad memories. There was bad memories.
Make a deception check.
God damn it.
As it was already noted last campaign that Nora would have noticed. Nora knows that you don't drink.
A 2 is it 8?
2, 8. Nora, you have advantage on your insight into your cousin's
Yeah!
No!
15!
No!
time.
Okay, 15 plus insight 19. I'm
19. She's lying to you. You're not sure why, but she's fibbing to your face.
I mean, technically I wasn't lying. I was remembering bad memories, so it was not all the way lying.
I'm gonna
Lying.
lean in slowly and just whisper. I'm gonna be like, we need to talk.
I'm just gonna kind of like.
I kind of raise up and I kind of like motion with my head
Oh,
for us to go away from camp. I'm still gonna be like close to camp, but like far enough away so that us whispering people won't be able to overhear. But like so that I'm not gonna come back and all of our members are gonna be just destroyed by a crocodile or something.
Right.
Yeah, smart.
You, Talavin, is when you notice that Wyatt is not completely asleep and you notice Talal is still awake and kind of keeping an eye out. His eyes were kind of watching you.
So we're gonna go off on our own.
Okay.
I'll just nod my head and just turn off and start walking a little ways. Still observing and making sure nothing's in the area. Plus I still have my like
Alarm.
alarm.
Yeah, you have your alarm going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
nothing's tripped it, nothing's triggered it. You're fine.
okay.
Good to know.
Cool. So I'm gonna leave and be like, a couple things have come to my attention. I know that you don't dream, but yet you've told me that you dream. And I just watched you
Nice.
have some sort of reaction. So with my insight, I know that she's lying, and I know something's up, because I got a 19.
You know that she's being deceptive. Whenever she says, like, just bad memories, you have a feeling that there's something more to just bad memories. And she's also said a few times prior, like, she's mentioned dreams, that she was led to you by a dream, and that she made another reference at some point. And you know that you're aware enough to know that all her life she's never dreamed.
Okay.
So I have a side question, just like,
her family heritage that she hasn't dreamed.
so the Naerstar part of me, like, what kind of dreams do they have? Like, I'm just curious because, like, I haven't, like, researched into them, like, a significant amount yet. So do they dream, or, like, what do they have?
Usually, they are not, I guess, permitted to enter the realm of dreams, which essentially is, like, where you go whenever you are dreaming vividly and you relive past memories and all this other stuff. Instead, they are guided by their Corey spirit to specific instances in time, shared memories of who that spirit belonged to in the past.
So does every Naerstar have a Corey spirit?
Yes.
So then she knows that I'm a Naerstar, right?
She would know.
So then,
You would know she'd know what her aunt is. Yeah.
so then wouldn't she know that I have a spirit with me that technically could be taking me in? This is, like, definitely not a Talavin and Nora conversation we're having. This is a Sophia to DM asking my questions conversation. But, like, wouldn't she know?
Never had these things happen before. That's the thing. Is like you've never had this happen before, and now it seems to be a consistent thing, and that's what's raising her alarm. That's what's.
So another question then.
She.
So I have my mother's Corey spirit. So, like, if she was still alive, would I have a different one? Like, can they reside in the same? Like, would be the reason that I have Bay is because my mom's dead?
That's a reasonable conclusion.
So then, would it make sense that I didn't have dreams before she was dead, and now I have them? Just for, like, my own personal knowledge. Would, like, that be why I don't really have dreams?
It would make more sense, but you haven't conveyed that to your cousin. You haven't conveyed that to Nora.
Would that be something that I tell her? Because I'm really not feeling that she's a lot of Sherry.
I'm not gonna put pressure on you, just metagaming a minute. I'm not gonna put pressure on you. I'm just gonna be like, yo.
It's like I want to share things with her, but she's over here being all secretive, like, too, that I'm like...
But do you know that I'm being
No, I don't know. I'd like a little bit.
You don't know. You don't
Sophia
know that
knows.
she's being secretive. You know that there was
I know, but I want to be cool like Nora. I want to keep secrets.
And you can. You can.
I like to be honest, too.
If you can succeed your deception checks, you can.
Well, I can't do that when I roll a 2.
That's not my fault. All you know, Nora, what you know is that your cousin before was not having dreams. And based on what you know about her background, her family line, her bloodline, is that they usually don't have dreams. And that if they do have some kind of dream, it's because they are reliving some kind of past memory from the spirit.
Okay, so I am reliving bad memories. Like, that's what I can... Okay, that's what I'll tell you. Okay. This is fine. Okay, I'm done now.
But she hadn't experienced that before, and whenever she says stuff...
Well, technically, I didn't have a lot of bad memories until my parents were slaughtered and my brother tried to kill me. Technically.
Whenever you say reliving bad memories and that you were brought here by a dream, that is something out of the ordinary. From last time she talked to you.
The first time she talked
She
to me.
says that there's something more. She doesn't know what it is, but you know that there's something more going on.
Mm-hmm.
And your cousin is not being 100% transparent with you.
And that's fine. I just feel like she just kind of convulsed in her dream, and I need to figure out if she's okay. But I don't want to disturb or have anyone, like, over here. It's intentions.
Okay.
Back. Woo. So we make it to, like, a good amount away.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
you don't have to tell me.
You can't get too far away because of your spell.
Well, yeah, I'm not super far away.
We're just like with not within hearing distance.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good to know.
I want to make a perception roll to make sure nobody's following and or trying to listen in.
Go ahead, make a perception roll.
Natural 1.
Come on.
25.
Okay. You don't have to play ball.
Perception.
Do I see anything else laying around? Anything moving in the shadows?
Around, you see the fire embers are kind of dying down a little bit. It's a little bit cold. Or it's, still early morning. It's not quite twilight yet where the sun is cresting over. It's not there yet.
Okay.
You look around, it's still that eerie quiet where you don't hear bugs, you don't really hear the sounds of the nighttime forest that you would usually get from, a very dense, rich area.
Yeah, like swamps have
You
mosquitoes.
don't hear,
I'm sus of this swamp.
you don't have them.
This swamp is actually a giant swamp monster.
No!
And it's going to swallow us into... No, I'm
Not
sorry.
a swamp monster.
I can't help myself. It's just...
Just immediate.
You look around, you don't see anything moving in the trees, you don't see anything moving low to the ground. Based on the cold temperature, you figure that a lot of cold-blooded vertebrates would probably be resting, being quiet, not moving around too much, as they are not endothermic entities.
Snakes and crocodiles.
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
You don't see anything.
That's fine.
I like it. So, you say that you've been reliving your bad memories, and I don't want to pry into that. I just wanted to make sure that you are actually all right, because you've been quite disturbed in your dreams of late. We have shared a bed for the past couple days.
The kick
And
Nora out of her bed every night.
And I have noticed.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing.
You looked
I'm
like
sorry.
you were in considerable pain.
Ooh. Well,
And I saw... No, I'm not going to say that. Considerable pain.
considerable pain. Okay. Let's see. How do I want to say this?
Because we're cool, remember?
Yes, we're cool. I have to be cool.
Okay.
Let's see. I just relive a specific memory often, and it's a painful.
The same memory?
Perception check.
Yeah. God damn it, Madison.
You've never done that before in your dreams.
Well, it happened quite goddamn recently. God damn it!
Good stuff.
So am I doing deception or perception? Deception?
Yeah, because you're trying to lie.
Deception. You're trying to.
I need to be better at deception because that is a low score
What'd you get?
right there. Is 8.
Nora, you have advantage on.
God,
perception.
but I'm not lying.
On perception,
Yeah.
You're not reliving the same memory over and over.
you are lying.
But I mean, I am thinking about it every time.
13 plus... You said perception.
Perception.
17.
No, insight.
Oh, insight.
Insight.
17.
17 anyways. That's a bloody shame.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just
What
gonna
was
be
your
like
score?
17.
No, Talavin.
Below that.
Much.
You still sense that she's holding something back. That whatever it is, there is some truth to what she says, but there's something else.
Okay.
Something that she's holding back.
Alright, I'm not gonna press her. I'm just gonna be like, alright. You were acting, it seemed like it was more intense this time, so I thought it might be something different. Even though I know she's lying to me. I know she's she's not telling the truth, but I'm just letting it slide.
You can give her a knowing look. You can kind of like,
No.
She's too cool for it.
Poker face. Poker face.
Just FYI, I actually won a poker game last night.
Any money?
No, we were just playing for fake monies. It was more just bragging rights.
Oh.
But I spanked them.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, back. Sorry, side note. That was just sorry. Side note.
Okay. Yeah, I just give her like, I'm just like, alright, well, if you need help with these or if they worsen, I do know a spell that might be able to help you sleep if you need.
I thought magic sleep spells don't work
Oh
on
wait.
you know.
us. Right, this says
And
magic
I know-
can't put to sleep.
Shoot. And I would know that. Never mind. Because we're the same. I can knock you out.
Yeah, just take me down to 0 hit point.
Didn't say that. Okay, I'm being serious. Well, if you need anything, then you can let me know.
And I just kind of like nod my head and I'm just like, man, she knows I'm lying my ass off, but it is what it is.
Do you know that I know that you're
You know, that you know, that I know.
Nora, you do a deception check, and Talavin, you do an insight to see if she is able to
Do
make
you know that I know that you know?
God, these are garbage.
I got a 10.
6 plus 6 is 12.
Oh, so you got it.
You think
So you know that I know that you're lying.
I know that she knows that I know that she's lying.
you feel like she's sparing your feelings by not pressing, but your cousin's always been very wise, kind of very insightful when it came to certain things.
This is fine.
Keeps her honest.
Okay. Well, it's your watch, so
Okay, get some
I
rest.
hope you got enough rest.
Yep, plenty of rest. So, just another question as like we were heading back, just like as a DM question. So, like when we're taking watch, like, are we like sitting down or like do I need to be like patrolling?
Hup, hup,
That's up
hup,
to you.
hup.
What did you do?
I just sat.
Okay, so like if I am going to just like sit and like be like watchful,
Yeah.
can I like be doing something else?
It depends on what it is.
So like I was going to take out my journal that I have in one of my backpacks, and I was going to like take some notes on some like herbs and stuff that I saw, and just like maybe some things that like Zoom showed me, and like take notes on them so that I can have them for later.
You could probably do something like that, but you might miss something.
For fuck's sake.
Maybe. If something's about. It's been really quiet.
It's been really quiet all night, but not for me. It's going to be a giant crocodile. Ah! Where's Talavin? I don't know. Where's her horse? I don't know. They're both gone. Ah! Okay, well then I'm just going to I guess I won't do that. I'm just gonna like clean my tack again, because like I can do that absentmindedly, because like that's like second nature, like just.
Okay.
And you have been traveling all day.
I have been traveling all day. But they got 6 hours of sleep, so I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not tired anymore.
Totally fine.
I'm totally
Nothing
fine.
to worry about.
Wait, I got 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, but you're about to get 2 more.
Yeah, but I only need 4, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hold on, repeat that. It like cut out.
Technically, yes, you only need 4. Or no. You probably need between 4 and 6 hours.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you wanted
I'll
to,
just sleep
you
again.
could with them. Yeah, probably a good idea. You curl up and go to sleep. And Talavin, I need you to make a perception check for me.
You can't just use the one from earlier. 21.
This is like a. You again, kind of scanning left and right, kind of absentmindedly, like doing your stuff, doing your things. You do notice that Talal has not gone back to sleep. Instead, like he's kind of perched a little bit higher up onto Zoo's shoulder. He's still kind of like, he pulled like part of the scarf kind of around him, and he's just watching the embers. He kind of has his back to you.
I'm not going to talk to him. I'm sus of him.
Yeah. He just sits there quietly and watches the embers, and every once in a while he'll kind of glance
Would it be
around
disruptive if I added more firewood?
I don't think so.
I'm going to actually, like, when I come back before I, like, sit down to clean, I want to add a little bit of, like, firewood to the, and, like, kind of, like, spruce it up a little bit.
Okay. You all have a little pile of firewood, and you can put things back on you.
Okay.
Roll a survival check for me.
Do you catch yourself on fire?
An unnatural 20.
Okay.
Whenever you grab up some of the sticks, some of them were actually kind of like in a little bit of a puddle, so they were a little bit wet. But you managed to position them in such a way that by the time it actually starts burning in that area, it's not going to create a lot of smoke, and you just as if you like rub your hand on it, it just begins sparking up, and you have a nice little fire going once again.
Okay.
From where you're sitting, you can see Talal's kind of outline. You can see Zoom's outline. Every once in a while, his feet kind of twitch, almost like a puppy. Every once in a while, you see his covers kind of shit just rotates a little.
Sophia is fawning over Zoom so much. He's like a little baby dog that I want to hold and love and protect for the rest of my life. Tell him. Okay.
But for the rest of the evening, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It's that same eerily quiet. There are no sounds of bugs, no sounds of the frogs.
Okay.
No sounds of crocodiles, which you're grateful for.
Yes.
Dawn crests over the next day, the two suns, Targaryen and Minna both begin rising up in the sky, and everyone kind of begins stirring, stretching, grateful for the already lit fire, already maintained fire.
Yes. I'm also going to boil some water so that I can make some more peppermint tea.
Good to know. You have your little travel kettle. You set it nearby. You kind of boil the water, make sure there are no random impurities in it. Which is weird because there's like a little bit of a top sludge. So you are able to kind of scoop it out from the boiling water. But it seems clean, seems pure now after boiling it.
Okay. Yes.
Everybody gets up and kind of begins packing up for the day. Do you all have any interactions you wish to hold? Otherwise, you all will begin your second day of travel.
Also, when everybody started to wake up, I refreshed Warrior's water, and I gave him a little bit of food as well.
Yep.
Okay.
You are a good
He's
little.
grateful. You can see there's a little bit of frost kind of gathered on his tail.
Oh.
That's why he had the blankie on, because it was chilly and I wanted to keep him warm.
It was a little chilly. So when he swishes his tail, it kind of has this. It's a little bit thicker in some areas, and he kind of keeps thrashing it from place to place, and you hear the ice falling off of it.
My poor little love muffin.
My little baby. I have to reset the camera.
Okay. You'll have a relatively, you don't have a huge breakfast, but you have certain things on you. You pack up, stomp out the fire sufficiently, and head back out on the road.
Yes.
Are you all taking the same formation that you did the day before?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Right. You cast the same disc and zoom. This time, try something different and kind of lays on his front. And as you all are going, he actually takes part of a dagger that he has, and he begins swirling it in the road. So as it's dragging by, he's just kind of making lines in the road, just as a way to entertain himself.
Okay. Is it really is it big enough for him to be like laying down though? It's only like 3 by 3 feet.
Well, his legs can lay
the edge of it. So like his arms are kind of dangling off, his legs are kind of dangling off, his torso is on the.
He's going to hyperextend his knees if he's not careful.
I'm gonna roll an insight check to make sure he's just entertaining himself.
Okay. I mean, I was kind of thinking, I was like, should he really be like making a path following us? I was like, yeah, I feel like now he's like making a path for someone to follow us, and I don't like it.
As you glance back and you notice this, you see him and he's kind of smiling as he's doing it. You don't sense any malicious intent. It seems like whatever he and Talel talked about yesterday, they're all talked out, and either Talel is, just talking to him and he's preoccupying himself. He doesn't seem to be like leading a purposeful trail. He just likes to see the swirls in the mud.
Okay. Can I use that same insight check to be like, could people use this to follow us? Because I know we're on like the main path, right?
You all are on kind of a muddy road, and based on he's not like gashing his blade into the road. He's as you glance back, you don't even notice. He's mostly following the lines that are already made by the weather of the road.
Okay, just making sure.
It's just he likes the way the mud is just kind of cutting through and kind of swirls it from time to time. And, yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm still working on the armor though. Just like
20, by the way.
Oh. Do you actually use these?
Captain. Yeah. When you're sus of the half-orc dropping the mud.
Well, I mean,
do an insight check.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a valid point. It's a very valid point. Do you all have any interactions that you wish to perform for this day?
I think, well, I guess, would my, like, so, as fast, like, about how fast are, like, we walk, because, like, we're just walking. So, like, about how fast are we walking?
You mean, like, at a miles per hour kind of measurement?
Well, like, so, like, we do, like, my speed is, like, whatever, like, 30 feet or whatever. So, like, if I got off and, like, walked a little bit, or, like, jogged, like, could I, like, jog?
You all aren't trying to race in order to get to this next place. You all are kind of going at a leisurely pace, and riding horseback is just an easier way to get from one place to another without tiring yourselves out personally.
Okay. Well, I think, like, when we first start out, I'm gonna walk. Because, like, Warriors, like, he's still sleepy, so I don't want them to have to carry us both at the beginning. So I'm just going to walk for a little bit.
You're gonna walk up front with Warrior, or you're gonna walk somewhere else?
I would walk with Warrior because he would want to be walking with me, like he wouldn't just be walking around.
Well, he'd do what you tell him to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna like walk next to him and like just kind of like be looking around and stuff.
There are a couple of times whenever you go back to recast, as the disc only lasts about an hour or so, where while you're recasting it, while you're performing your ritual, Zoom goes off for a couple of minutes, and you can still see where he goes, and it looks like he's picking up different flowers.
No.
Oh, he's picking up flowers?
Yeah, different flowers, and actually whenever the disc is going, there's one point where he kind of looks over to the side, and actually hops off the disc, kind of stumbles a little bit, and runs off, grabs a couple of things, and then runs back and hops back on the disc.
Okay, when he does that, I'm gonna like walk up and I'm gonna be like, what do you keep picking? What is this?
He holds up several of the bright pink flowers that you saw before, as well as some very small, what look like daisies, but they're much smaller and kind of in clusters.
Okay.
Well, how do I figure out what this is?
You just keep asking questions. Like,
okay.
Are they just flowers?
Are they just flowers, or do they have like a medical use?
He kind of looks for a second and points actually to Talel.
Okay.
Who's he kind of pipes up at that second as you're asking him this. Like, actually, he's grabbing those things for me. I needed to replenish some of my own potions and so forth. This is a chamomile.
Chamomile. Okay. Wait a second. I have a card for that, so I would recognize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
If you wanted to do a nature check or something, but you didn't say you wanted to do a nature check.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's crystals. Damn it. Crystals. Come here, wild dick. Come to me. I'm going to just keep this out.
He kind of looks, he's like, it was the first I've seen in a while, so I wanted to make sure we grabbed some. You're more than welcome to take.
Absolutely. I'm going to go get some.
He picked all there was.
Oh,
So
damn
he's
it.
kind of handing them out, like a little bundle of flowers for you.
Oh.
He takes a couple of the stems and kind of shoves them in his own bag. Takes one of the flowery stems and hands it to Talavin, and then holds out the rest for you.
Thank you. Next time you see some, let me know and I'll help you pick some.
He kind of looks like,
Okay. We're gonna keep going now. Can I actually do like, cause like I want to be looking while we're walking, like I want to be looking for stuff as well, like that. Cause like I kind of ran out of moss when I used it on Zoom,
well, you
so
got
like,
some more. Whenever you went back, when you were walking around, you did get some more.
but I still want to, I want to be like on the lookout for more stuff. What kind of roll should I do for that?
I think I'll keep going.
Okay, okay.
This is to notice.
Ooh, 25.
25.
Yes.
Even as you're like traveling along the edges of the road, it seems like everything in the nearby vicinity is relatively picked clean. But there are a couple times where you glance over and like maybe 20, 30 feet off of the road, there are some smaller patches where you can actually like run off, kind of gather up some more moss. There are a few more, like the wild thistle, the bright pink flowers that helped before for healing.
Okay. This is fine. This is fine. I also offer, like, after if I pick anything and Zoom and I offer them some if they want it. But if they don't, it's okay too. I'll keep it.
Talo usually ends up accepting, and he always kind of gives you a little smile as he kind of takes it, kind of wraps it up, kind of has a strap that he's kind of attaching it to himself to. He doesn't really have a backpack or a satchel per se, but it looks like he's trying to construct one out of small bits of leaves and twine.
Okay.
The day starts waning, going further and further into a close. And you all make camp.
Again, already.
Is anyone taking watch?
I'll take. Well. Let's see, so we need 4, right?
Yeah.
Only thing is, I might have a dream tonight.
I will be awake either way.
I'll take the last watch.
What? I want the last watch. I want the last one. Roll for it.
Okay, just
You
straight
already
roll?
had the last
Just-
watch.
I know, but I want it again. I would like the last watch because then I get to feed my horse.
Straight roll?
Okay, roll
Straight roll.
initiative to see who, yeah.
14.
2.
I get the last.
I deserve that. Fine, I'll take the second to last watch. God damn it.
Okay.
That's bullshit. Actually, you know what? I want to take the first watch. Fuck that.
Zoom back.
I don't want the second to last watch. I have to fall back asleep.
Zoom actually kind of points, and he wants to take the second watch, and then Jacob is going to take the third watch.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna like say to Nora, I'm be like, hey, you know, at the end of your watch, will you wake me up so that I can take care of Warrior before it's time to go?
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you. Oh, and then I'm taking the first watch. Me, okay.
So you're taking the first watch.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna boil some tea so that I can sip on some tea while I'm taking my watch.
What kind of tea?
My peppermint tea.
Okay.
I like it. It calms me. Yeah.
You stir it in some of your leaves, kind of bundle up a little bit. The fire's still going, still warm. Everybody kind of bundles up and passes into sleep. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh god. Who needs to be perceptive in your sleep?
I know. Right?
19.
19?
Yep.
Once again, just you glance from left to right. You don't hear any sounds of insects. No sounds of bugs or things rattling around in the forest. It's still eerily quiet, but it leaves you some time to think about things. Think about your dream from the night before. You sip on your tea, and your watch comes to a close, at which point you kind of wake up soon. And as he kind of wakes up, he does this big stretch, and you can actually see something kind of fall into the back of his head and go, oof!
I'm going to chuckle just a little bit.
As Zoom kind of gets up and he goes, like kind of apologetically, and you just see this kind of tousled bit of hair kind of come up and kind of gives a stern look and rubs his eyes. That's alright. He kind of bundles back. Be careful.
And then I'm just gonna like point towards, like, there's still some like water over the fire. I'm gonna point to it and be like, if you want some tea to keep you warm, there's still some water in there.
He kind of smells it, and he kind of does this little like,
Do you need the cup? And I clean out mine and then I give it to him.
he takes it carefully.
And then before I go to bed, I'm actually going to check on Warrior. I'm going to make sure his blanket is nice and snug. And I'm going to make sure that his water is fresh and he has plenty of hay.
Okay.
You are starting to run low on hay, fresh hay.
But I just got some.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, when I remember I wrote it down.
I wrote it down.
How much were you able to pack in your saddlebags? It's not like you can pack an entire bale of hay on his back.
I mean, that's true. Okay, fine. I'm running low on hay. I can accept that. I can accept
You
that.
have enough in order to get to the next town. You have enough feed and everything else to sustain him, but you're carrying all of your equipment, you're carrying Nora, you're carrying a bunch of stuff. You don't have like 3 or 4
You're
days.
weighing me down.
I'm holding you back. Oh, just leave me behind.
It's okay. I'll get some more. I'm going to, I think, in the next town, if I can, I'm going to buy a horse and a cart, and then we can just carry all our shit in there.
But then we're weighed down by a cart.
I don't care.
We always have to have a cart.
I want the cart. I want to put my shit in the cart. That was a total, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is one of your thoughts as you were on your watch. This is what you're thinking. Like,
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, man, I just want a cart so that like I can just,
so convenient.
because Warrior is not a pack horse. He's a battle horse. He's not a pack horse. He accepts his role, but like he doesn't appreciate packing all this shit around.
He doesn't pull carriages either.
I mean, he's trained
Horses
to.
don't.
He's trained to, but like he's not over here like, yes, let me just pull this carriage around like a damn Clydesdale. What do you think I am?
One trick pony is what you're saying. Out of character.
Sleep and pass slowly into unconsciousness. Where you were once again.
I'm gonna have to write this one down.
You're familiar with this sound.
Yes.
And you debate, do I open my eyes? Do I keep going? Do I do this?
I'm going to open my eyes. I don't want to keep her waiting. I'm going to immediately open my eyes and turn around.
Again, by that little motionless lake, the place that is reflected from sky to earth, seamless. And you look over and you see Bay, who is sitting there patiently.
I feel like it's not that patient. Never mind. Sorry.
We're finally getting some work done, and you had other obligations. Come along.
Yes, ma'am.
She walks off into the woods. Once again, it's hard to discern any shapes. And you can see that you are in a forest. There are trees. There are shapes of these entities. It is eerily quiet here.
Huh.
Not in a disturbing way, but there's a peaceful silence. Not like the baby silence during your watch. Once again, the trees unfold, weaving in and out. She steps out onto the main platform and sits. Well, the call is yours tonight. What do you want to do?
Oh, what do I want to do? I want to do some more fighting because I want to.
You were finally able to get some kind of progress yesterday. Thank goodness. I was about ready to give up on you.
She's so harsh.
I want to try to I'm sorry.
Cool.
Can we try to fight again? I want to fight again.
She stands up. Very well.
I'm scared.
I need you to roll it. Initiative.
Oh my god. The fuck is this shit?
Which one am I using?
Initiative, it's at
Your
the
D20
top.
and you got your dexterity modifier.
Do you see it?
I literally have that.
Mm-hmm.
9.
9.
This dice is killing
She
me.
goes first. In a quick, this quick blast, she once again tries to electrify you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
13.
Doesn't make it.
Fuck!
You are only dealt 8 points of damage as you try and dodge out of the way, but your hand still connects to the ground as you try and partially flip out of the way and just ignites every nerve in your body. Your breath is just taken from you in that moment. As she looks, she crouches and she's just waiting now.
Okay, how far away is she from me?
She's about 20 feet away.
20 feet? I want to pull out my, as I dash forward, I want to like pull out my, and have it in like 2 hands. And then as I get about like 8, cause it's only like, what did we say? It was like 5 to 6 feet long.
At most it's like 5 feet.
Yeah, at most 5 feet. So at about like 8 feet, I start like swirling it, and as I get close enough, I want to try to go. I want to try to wrap it around both her front paws.
Go ahead and roll and see if you attack. Go, see if you hit.
18.
That misses.
What?
Hey, you didn't add your modifier.
Oh, what do I add to it?
You add your attack bonus.
Which is what?
Let's see.
You're using it
Where's
as a
your...
finesse weapon and throwing it, so you add your dexterity.
Oh, that's
Plus 4, 18, 19, 20, 22.
That hit.
Yes, queen!
You're welcome.
Yes!
You take it in. It wraps around her ankles. Are you trying to yank it out from under her?
Yes.
Alright, make a contested strength roll.
Okay. And this time I add the 3.
I think so. She adds her strength,
Yeah,
right?
Unnatural 20.
Woo!
As you swing it around, it wraps around her paws. She kind of looks at it curiously, and as you yank, her paws don't trip out from under her, but instead extend an extra few feet. She kind of looks at you, a little bit impressed,
Oh, no,
as you were
impressed.
the first hit you actually had planned. Let's see if she gets She does. As she's like leaned forward, she's almost in this crouching, this downward dog position. She just kind of looks at you, leans forward, grabs the chain in her mouth, and
Oh.
Damn.
a metal chain.
That you're
I need you
holding.
to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, or you can drop your weapon. Drop your weapon and do a normal dexterity saving throw, or hang on to it and do it with disadvantage.
Should I drop it? I feel like I should drop it.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Even though I do it all the time, but knowingly this time.
I'm going to... I'll take the disadvantage because I'm not dropping my weapon.
Oh, do it for the effect.
Take it.
That's a 9. That's a 19.
So 9.
So a 9, so I get to add the dexterity though?
Yeah.
Yeah, do dexterity.
Okay,
yeah, but
13.
13's not gonna save, but she latches down onto it. Those sparks surge out. You receive 9 points initially, and because you were hanging onto your weapon, you receive an additional 2.
Oof.
As a metal is a conductor of electricity.
I mean, technically, the dagger isn't metal. Well, because it is metal. I mean, I was going to say that I would have something wrapped around it, but it is
It's
what
a
it is.
plastic dagger.
Well, I mean, like, I would have, like, a leather grip on it, like, but it is what it is. I'll take it.
This is a piece of jewelry that you wear around your neck. It's not gonna have leather and metal and all
Hey,
this.
look.
Otherwise, it's gonna weigh you down.
Be way
The other
down.
one was a metal ring. I saw the one that Sansa was wearing. She had a metal ring.
Yeah, I guess technically that isn't a dagger on the end, though. Like, it's just a spiky thing. So I would just technically be holding on to, like, chain. Yeah, okay. I take it. I take my hit points. It's fine. I like lightning.
It's all good.
It's
She
very
lets you
enlightening.
surge through your body as she lets go. And you can actually see as she opens her mouth, as she puts it out, she actually took her own damage, as there are little rings on her tongue as she
electrocuted herself! I don't laugh. I'm just like, okay, maybe I'll laugh a little bit.
She keeps the chains on her legs as she's still in this downward position. She's waiting for you to make the next move.
Okay, do I have acrobatics is not very big. Okay, let's see. I was thinking, because I want to try to get her, like, down on the ground. Like, I want to pull her feet out from under her. So, it's still wrapped around her paws?
It's still wrapped around her front paws, and she's kind of in this downward dog position, and she hasn't changed.
Okay, so I want to run at her. I'm still holding onto the chain?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to...
You're within that 5 feet, so whenever you wrap it around her, you're probably about 3 feet from her.
Okay, so I want to try to, like... So, like, if, like, this is her head and this is her paws and I'm right here, I want to, like, jump over her so that I can try to pull her feet out from under her so that, like, her feet are over here and, like, the chain's wrapped around that way, like, I'm standing over here.
Alright, make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics is not very good. 18.
18. You manage to jump over her body, and her paws do. She lands on her shoulder.
Okay, that's
As you weave up and around, but that's your entire attack action.
That's fine. It is.
She takes that moment to continue the momentum and roll
God damn it.
up onto her own paws. And now you're right there in front of her. She's gonna make a bite attack at you.
Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds nice.
Very nice.
19.
That hits you.
Does that hit you?
Yeah, yes it does.
You dealt 9 points of piercing damage as she lunges forward and with your entire shoulder just
You have 2 hit points
slacks
left.
her onto you. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I have 3.
Oh, you have 3. Okay.
A strength saving roll?
The first one.
Yeah, strength saving throw.
12.
You are considered grappled, so she has you in her jaws, and she's
This
not
is
letting
nice.
up. You can try and tear your arm away, and her teeth are just embedded into your shoulder. You try to thrash it in.
Yikes. Okay. Okay.
So can I use magic in dreams? Oh, she's frozen. Hold on.
You haven't tried.
You were frozen.
Okay, yeah, you were frozen. You're unfrozen now. Okay,
You haven't tried.
I can't remember what that is. I want to, try to Eldritch Blast her in the face since it's right here.
Is that a roll to hit?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hang on. I think so.
What's your turn?
That's it.
You have to make a ranged spell attack. Because you are using something ranged that is, like, you're in melee right now, which means that you are within 5 feet.
Okay.
Anything ranged is going to be a disadvantage to hit.
Oh, damn. Okay, can you look up the arms of Hadar again for me? I can't remember what that was. What that spell was. I forgot to write notes down on it.
You invoke the power of Hadar, a dark hunger, tendrils of dark energy erupt around you. Creatures within 10 feet of you, they have to make a strength saving throw or take necrotic damage.
Is
It's
that...
just a thing that erupts from the ground. It's not a ranged thing, it's a save kind of thing.
But technically, could it work in this? Because she would still take maybe a little bit of damage?
You don't know, you haven't tried it.
I wanted to try that instead.
You take a moment and you begin to cast.
Nope, she's gonna fuck me up some more. It's fine.
This shadow begin forming around you. And you watch all of these different tendrils, these black tendrils, lurching up out of the ground and trying to grab a hold of you. You do not need to make a save, but she does. That's a natural 20.
Kill me now. It is what it is. It's a natural. It's fine. It's fine.
Go ahead and roll 2d6 damage.
2d6. It's this one. It's still this one.
D6 is just a normal dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
It wasn't in there. It wasn't in there.
Still a 2.
Okay. And it was 2d6?
Yeah.
So you only rolled once.
I have to roll more than once?
Because 2d6, 2 is the amount of times you roll a d6.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
5 and 2.
5, 7. So she takes 4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Hey, look, I did damage. I'm proud of myself.
Good.
As the tendrils tend to latch around her body and try and just kind of get tearing at her forearm. And you can just feel her hot breath smile. Just, you can see her at the corner of your eye. She's right there, her eye sparking around you. She does not get her weapon back, so instead she is going to make another bite at you.
I thought she still had me in her arm. Okay.
Yeah, she's going to let go and re-latch on.
Can I try to roll away?
Timer.
Yeah, that was the timer. Sorry.
She's making an attack, and then you can roll for grapple, or to break the grapple.
Okay. Okay.
You are dealt 8 points of piercing damage.
I am
And
unconscious.
she unlatches her jaws. She unlatches her jaws, and this time grabs your side. You feel her teeth just pierce into your abdomen. And
You said-
gasp.
You said 8 points? 8.
8 points.
Okay, so I'm negative 5 points now.
Right.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know that I'm unconscious.
Yeah. As your vision begins to fade, you feel this warmth pulse back into you and brought back to 1 hit point.
Okay.
As you watch the hunger of Hadar just melt back into the darkness and the shadows beneath you. You once again kind of collapse onto the ground, and she kind of tosses you to the side and begins circling you. What did you learn?
That I need a longer chain. No, that's not what I learned. Let me think. Well, I learned that I can use magic in my dreams.
That's not helpful. What did you learn?
Let's see, she attacked me one time. I kind of got out of the way.
That I need to, my reflexes need to go up. I need to be faster.
What you need to do is think smarter. Enter battle smarter. If you take a moment of preparation before you enter combat, you might actually be able to land appropriate hits.
Okay, I
She's
nod.
crouched. crouches now. She's directly in front of you. There's almost a motherly look in her eyes as she crouches down and kind of looks at you.
Tough love. Tough love.
Can you explain that to me more?
Perhaps if you took a moment and focused, as you did before, and tried to enhance that ability instead of worrying about your combat, you'd be able to get a little bit farther.
Oh, okay.
So I need to focus on whatever that was?
Now you're getting the hang of it.
It's orgasm.
But I don't know what it was.
Maybe if you focused on it, you would be able to figure out what it was. Oh, goody.
The sarcasm is eating at my soul.
She kind of sits up and she begins kind of licking. You can see the ethereal blood is just kind of in her teeth. She's... It tastes awful.
Well, next time, don't bite me.
I'll bite you when I please.
Then you'll keep tasting bad.
I'll keep tasting bad?
Well, you'll keep getting a bad taste in your mouth. I'm not cool, okay? I can't help it.
We're working
Why
on
don't
it.
you... Don't overexert yourself. Focus, instead, on what we were working on last time. As I hoped that would be your answer.
Got it.
She sits up. By the way, you're missing a very key element in who you are.
Well, I hope you can help me figure it out.
I have an idea,
What is it?
but I'm not there.
Damn it. Can I start bringing Nora into my dreams?
So you do dream! Out of character, sorry.
I knew it!
Sorry. I knew it!
Yes.
Who are you, puppy?
Okay, can I sit up a little bit? Like, do I have enough strength to at least sit up on my own?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stand up. I'm just gonna sit and crisscross applesauce, sit.
You sit straight back. Better. Well, we're going to start focusing.
And I nod.
Yeah.
I don't say anything.
Focus. She raises her feet and begins pacing around. And then, in that moment, you feel something pierce into your mind. It begins as whispers, and then you hear her voice. In this echoing whisper. It's Faith's voice. But as you glance about as you have not closed your eyes, her mouth is unmoving. She's speaking to you through your mind.
At this point, I'm going to close my eyes so that she doesn't have to tell me to close my eyes.
She begins pacing around. You begin seeing that same light. Tell me what you've learned.
I've learned that I need to focus within to better prepare myself for what is to come.
It's a much better answer than I was expecting.
It's much better than I thought was going to come out of my mouth.
You're getting the hang of it.
Sorry.
And how do you intend to focus inward? Where are you drawing your strength from?
Great. I hate this question. My need to protect others. There we go. That's okay.
At least you're consistent.
That's right.
And how are you going to protect others?
I'm sorry. By becoming stronger and learning more about myself and developing myself.
Look at you learning so many new things. Figuring out how to answer all of my questions. It's about time.
I don't want to get struck by
You're the
lightning.
electricity.
And I like tense just like a little smidgen. Like a little bit. Just a little bit. But I keep my eyes closed.
Go ahead and focus now. See what you can do. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw first.
God, what is this? What is this bullshit today? 12.
12. You begin meditating and concentrating, but every once in a while you keep getting distracted as you hear kind of rippling throughout the woods from her form. And you hear her say, focus. Where are you drawing your strength? Who are you trying to protect? How are you going to do that? I need you to concentrate. Focus. How do you wish to proceed?
So my strongest memory from the night before is when I started thinking about my brother's fight when I fought with my brother. So I'm going to like think about like how I felt as my brother left me, because technically he kind of like left me bleeding and like on the ground like calling out to him. So I'm gonna like just remember that and like how I felt that I was so helpless that I couldn't protect him and save him, and how I don't ever want to feel like that again.
I like it. I like that answer. I don't like that face medicine it was making though.
This is complicated, because you had elements of both. Are you looking at it as a force of your personal willpower, your failure to exert your willpower, or are you focusing mostly on the interaction and reflecting, like, almost like insight checking yourself?
No, like I'm, like I was definitely leaning towards like more like willpower, I think.
All right, make a charisma saving throw.
Yucks. That just +3, but the other one would have been a different one. Those other ones are all +4.
Unnatural 20.
You begin focusing, and much quicker than the night before, you feel that same warmth pressing into your chest. You begin feeling it spreading through your shoulders, through your arms. You feel it seaming your wounds on your sides,
I
your
like
shoulder.
that.
You feel it pulsing in your body, and you can feel that warmth now. And you hear, good. Focus harder.
Focusing more. Okay.
Alright. How are you focusing harder? That's a success. That's one success.
Okay. Let's think. Okay, I'm gonna think back again to when me and my twin were like running from our home, and how I felt helpless again as my older brother was being drug away, and me and my twin were able to escape, and how like I felt like I couldn't protect him then either.
That does sound more like a force of power, but also...
Can you make things hard for the DM?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that one's +4.
Not enough. It is a 9.
That memory begins shaking you. You feel the warmth beginning to leave your body. You hear Faye almost growl in your ear. You know she's nowhere near you as you hear her electricity 20 feet away as she's pacing around you. But it feels this omnipresence, like she's shouting into your head. You need to concentrate. How are you going to protect them? How are you going to save them? You can't do that if you're weak. You can't do that if you're only looking at the past.
Okay, look at the future. Okay, hint, future. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna focus on obviously a made up not a memory, I guess, I see, like I envision in my head, I see my brother once again, but when the last time I saw him, he looked, like dark and cursed, and he looked, evil. But I see him as like what I want him to be, which is like good and light and happy and like caring and like protecting others instead of like being a bad person.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
If I roll another motherfucking 5, I'm gonna lose my shit. 9 again. I don't know what to do now.
You begin focusing on this, and there's some logical part of you, some piece of intellect, that as you looked into your brother's eyes, your brother would never leave you. Your brother would never hurt you. You all shared so much. This
He fucked up my
twin
whole
bond
face.
connection that you have. There's a part of you that whenever you saw that, there was this break. And you know that he's not being driven by logic. He's driven by some kind of false logic. That the image that you tried to project in front of you might not ever come to pass, as hopeful as you are.
Well, that's shit.
The warmth fades.
This is absolute garbage.
You just hear this. Looks like you're going to have to spend a little bit more time focusing. By the way, how are your conversations with Zoom?
One-sided.
You open your eyes and they wouldn't have to know.
Oh. Do tell.
And I kind of just give her a quizzical look. I don't say that out loud. I just kind of give her a quizzical look.
Oh, so you do open your eyes.
Yes, well, you said I did, so I guess I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Quizzical
I
look
was
with your
making
eyes
sure.
closed.
A quizzical
You're like,
look.
oh, I want to keep them closed. I want to keep them closed. She's standing kind of before you.
Can you help me talk to Zoom?
Well, I can't. You should be able to do that all on your own. You know, if you focused.
Focus.
It's like school all over again.
You have that same oppressive force in your mind going. You need to be able to utilize every part of yourself in order to move forward. If you can't have a simple conversation with Zoom, I can't imagine you being able to ever conquer this.
And I'm just gonna like nod, and I'm gonna tell her that I'm gonna say,
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. Another intelligence check. Are these super?
natural 20.
Yeah!
What the hell is this? You are 2 rolls too late.
It's just like
24.
your dice.
Natural 20, but a 24.
24. It hits you in that moment. You have this connection with your brother. This unspoken connection with your brother. And now Bae is unmoving, speaking to you, and yet you still feel her thoughts, you still hear her thoughts. Can you do that with other people?
Oh.
You begin pulling back out of the dream and are left in darkness.
Okay.
Oh, Nora.
I get a dream.
It's been like 3.
Nora.
It's been like 3 minutes.
Oh, that was Jasper talking. Oh wait, wait. Hang on. I thought you were okay. Oh, sorry. I open my eyes.
As you drift off to sleep, Nora, you open your eyes, and that same rich smell just enters your lungs and spreads this warmth over your chest. You know exactly where you are. And even though it has only been a few days, it's already been far too long.
I take a deep breath. to kind of really take in the rich.
Familiarity, the smell of anticipation just envelops you. You open your eyes and you are once again under the dark canopy of the trees. And you glance over from one side to the other and you glance down and you can now see that illuminated archway made of twisted vines, braided, curling, arching
This is Mackenzie.
as the portal.
Archway for the archfey. Okay, I'm back. I prefaced.
Give myself psychic damage.
I prefaced that was
Psychic damage.
It was
I
right
took 3
there.
points of psychic damage.
It was
to
right
myself
there.
Because of this.
The DM takes psychic damage.
Kill the DM for
Back to
psychic
Nora.
damage. I will remember this.
You brought this upon yourself.
Yes, I did. I regret nothing. Back to Nora.
Yeah, until she hits you with 20 points of lightning damage, then you're gonna regret it.
We'll see what Jasmine. Okay.
She did it to me, she'll do it to you.
Am I barefoot in my dream?
You are.
Is there grass?
It's really soft moss.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna walk slowly and like feel all the moss and just like breathe. I'm gonna walk towards the archway. But just like really enjoy walking there. Like, oh, I've missed this space.
And you see, as you walk up, you see a figure who actually has his back to the archway. And you recognize this figure. You've seen it many times before. Tall, slender build, this kind of tangled mess of black hair, which has actually been pulled down into a low bun.
Are you trying to kill me?
Looking from side to side, you can see his elven ears peeking out from underneath this dark hair.
Did you get your affairs sorted?
His attention immediately kind of turns back, and with another quick glance around, he kind of turns around and kind of smiles.
Oh, that's half grin.
And you see, he has his sword actually drawn. And he keeps glancing around. He's being vigilant at the moment. And make a perception check, as you can see him through this kind of whirling.
17 plus 4, 21.
He's always been very well dressed. He's usually has a top coat, some kind of vest, an overcoat, usually adorned with different elvish symbols, things from the Archfey. Now, his top coat is gone. And he's only wearing his vest and a kind of long, almost puff-sleeve shirt. And through one of the shirts, you can see one of them has been mended. And underneath of that has actually been wrapped and is slightly bloodied.
I still ask my original question.
His side,
Oh, sorry. Go
you
ahead.
can see, along his side, you can actually see what look like puncture wounds along his side.
What type of puncture wounds? Like teeth? Or just like stab?
Like teeth. Like teeth.
Like teeth?
Like teeth.
Big teeth?
You haven't gone through the portal, and based on what you can see, it's probably pretty big teeth.
The dog's trying to eat my man.
Look, fam, it's not my fault. We just don't get along. Look, don't you dare accuse Malik of something you don't know he did.
I don't even know Malik.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't know Jasper. So for all I know, he deserves it.
There's something wrong.
No, she asked an original question.
Yeah, my original. I said, did you get your affairs sorted out?
I mean, he said mostly.
Oh, I didn't hear you say
I didn't
mostly.
hear it.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
He's mostly. There's still a lot of things that I need to uncover, but I feel like I'm getting somewhere at least.
I see.
More so than my brother.
What do you say?
I'm sorry I've been away.
It's all right. I've had time to.
You've missed me, haven't you?
Yes, I have missed you.
That one she answers quick.
He takes another quick look around and to the barrier, still looking around. Like, you left the town.
Yes, we did. We were traveling up north to Bamburgh. Bamburgh. We have some traveling
Interesting
companions. Yes, I've been there
I've
before.
noticed.
Yes, they seem trustworthy enough.
I certainly think so. You need to be careful. Seeing more people around, it's going to be tricky for you.
How so?
I can't confirm it, but we're finally catching on to that you're not anywhere near home.
Oh, I see. I need to stop saying that. Do I have what do I want to say? Do I have a time frame of when they might?
No,
Okay.
not that I've been able to discover. All I know is that they are frustrated and trying to keep tabs on me as well as some of the others I've been in contact with.
And see, it looks like you've been very busy. I kind of gesture to like his wounds.
He kind of looks down. He's like, "This one of them was actually a saving grace. Have a few people to thank for that one. This was unfortunate, but it'll heal."
Wait a second. Okay, I'm not there, so I guess I won't ask questions because I wasn't paying attention. Which one did she point to when she said it was a saving grace? This one or this one?
I think it was the teeth she pointed to when it was a saving grace.
You're welcome. Malik saved your ass.
All right. Sorry.
Sorry. I was being nosy. I'm sorry.
That Mary.
I can't help it.
Okay.
He
Well,
presses his
it's good
hand
to see you.
against the barrier.
Okay. I do it too, but I say, well, it's good to see you, and no matter what shape you're in.
His fingers can clasp around yours. You can feel that familiar warmth.
Are we doing anything tonight?
I trust you're going to be safe, right?
Oh yes, I'll be safe.
Are we going to do anything tonight? Like we can dance in the moonlight or like hold hands?
That's around.
I miss our lessons together.
Perhaps I can teach you something new. Next time.
Oh, damn. That's too bad.
Not this
Think
time.
about what you want to know.
I see.
No, I'm running out of time, as it is.
All right. Well, maybe next time then.
You'll have to tell me about all of your travels. I do miss your stories.
Yes. Well, certainly have. No, we don't have many stories. We're just traveling mostly.
And get to know your compadres a little bit. Your traveling companions. I'm sure they have a few tales to tell. He
Yes.
squeezes your hand, lets go, glances around. Be off with you. I'll see you again soon.
I'll see you soon.
And he kind of backs up, glances around again, and then with a quick flick of his wrist, he vanishes.
That's so hot.
Okay. Is there any way that I can stay awake in that realm? Or is it like forceful, like go to sleep?
No, you're still there.
Okay. I just want to like spend my time, just kind of meditate a little bit in the field. I'm gonna go lay down in the green moss.
Make a perception check.
Oh
There's
no.
such bad people around.
14? Maybe that's not a good idea.
She's frozen.
Oh, she's frozen. You're frozen.
Hold on, Madison.
Okay, you're back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good.
Okay, you're good now.
You're good. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Okay, go to
What was your
14.
perception check?
14.
14. As you prepare yourself to lay back in the grass, you see a few things in the archway. You see a few people. 2, 4, 7. Some of them are wearing long cloaks.
Are they
Some of them are wearing armor.
black cloaks? Red cloaks? Different color?
No, these are brightly colored robes, which you know, based on your backstory, this belongs to some of the council members. Not only of the world of the Archfey, but also of your world.
Okay, I'm gonna bamf out of there real
of your
fast.
home. In that moment,
No!
right before you fall asleep,
No!
Wait.
try and back you.
No, continue. We have a couple minutes. Go, continue.
You start trying to wake yourself up. You're trying to feel your breath hitch. And you hear something. There you go.